Bonjour à tous, welcome back to Lingoni. It's a pleasure to teach you again today. The topic I chose for today will be the punctuation, la ponctuation en français. Please don't think that this is going to be very boring, because I don't think so. I was really thinking about it and thought of doing like a lesson that will be as short as possible, but as relevant as possible as well. Challenging, but I hope I will manage to do that. Why did I think that it would be very important to teach about punctuation? Because many students now are studying through platforms online. I know what I'm talking about because we have one. Lingoni is one of them. And by seeing your answers, sometimes when the exercises would be to reformulate a sentence or to translate a sentence from English to French, then I realized that punctuation plays a very important role. And we usually say, okay, fine, the translation is fine, punctuation is not respected, like the normative, les normes de ponctuation en français ne sont pas respectées, mais la traduction est correcte, so fine. Yes, that works probably for A1, A2, but then when you reach B1, B2, it'd be nice to know how it works, and it's different. It's different from the English one in many ways. So I'll start straight away with what we call les règles typographiques. First of all, remember that I'll do that in French. Remember that tous les signes de ponctuation à deux points, ce qui inclut point-virgule, deux points, point d'exclamation, point d'interrogation, doivent être précédés d'un espace et suivis d'un espace. First difference with English. You do not put a space before. Like you write your question and then question mark and that's it. Les guillemets, quotation mark. En anglais, on utilise les guillemets called guillemets droits. But in French, we use les guillemets français. They're called like that, guillemets français or guillemets chevrons. You obviously don't have to remember that at all, but that's the name they actually have. We have for it, so I just say it to you. Les guillemets chevrons ou les guillemets français. There's also a difference with these because we would always put a space inside these quotation mark. Like you open your quotation mark, which looks like different. Hopefully you can see that right now. Donc les guillemets chevrons, you put a space, another space, and you close them. Pour les autres signes tels que le point, la virgule, les points de suspension, le tiret, le trait d'union, careful with these two please. Le tiret is the dash. It's a little bit longer than the trait d'union, which is the hyphen, and they're not used for the same things. Le trait d'union, by definition, is something that is linking two or more words that have to go together as one word, such as rainbow in French is arc-en-ciel. You can't dissociate one word from the other. However, le tiret, qui est plus long, est utilisé pour d'autres fonctions. Par exemple, pour énumérer dans une liste, I could put bullet points, but I could also put des tirets. In a dialogue, when someone is starting to speak, then I put a tiret, not a trait d'union. Le tiret permet aussi à l'intérieur d'une phrase de marquer une incise, une coupure. It has the same functions as parentheses, brackets, and I will give you an example. Talking about parenthèse, there is one difference between French and English. That's quite important too, is where do you put the period, full stop. En français, le point se trouve en général à l'extérieur des parenthèses. I think at some point I will make a class about the tiret and trait d'union because there are a lot of things to say about the trait d'union. When do we use it? I just gave you the example of arc-en-ciel, that's fine, but that's not the only one. We also put it in all the numbers. 41, 72. There is also when, for example, you ask a question and you say, will she come? Viendra-t-elle? There is this T, it's called un T euphonique. So to show that this works also as a team somehow, like these three words can't be separated, then you will also need to put un trait d'union. By preparing the class, I thought, don't want to lose myself explaining too many things, so we'll talk about it maybe in the future. For now, what we need to remember is, en français, les guillemets chevrons ou guillemets français sont suivis est précédé d'un espace, always. Tous les signes de ponctuation à 2 points sont précédés et suivis d'un espace. Les autres signes de ponctuation, le point, la virgule, les points de suspension, n'ont pas d'espace avant, mais ont un espace après. Here we follow the same logic as in English, so it's fine. Les parenthèses, remember that we'll have like the period will be put like outside the brackets, where in English you keep it inside. And now I think that to conclude this class, I want you to see the difference written. So we'll put like the sentence in English and in French, punctuated, so you can really visualize what's different between one and the other. Qui vient faire les courses avec moi? Moi? Sauf si vous ne voulez pas. J'ai dit, j'appellerai demain. Nous arriverons mardi ou mercredi à Paris. Franchement, je ne sais pas du tout. Est-ce que tes parents viendront avec nous? Viendra-t-elle avec nous au cinéma? Or, comprendra-t-il ta réaction? Marie, tu peux descendre, s'il te plaît? Or, Marie, tu peux descendre, s'il te plaît? And this could be a fun lesson to teach you punctuation and intonation. So we'll see how it works. Okay, so I hope I completed my mission. I hope I taught you like the main differences between French and English punctuation. Try to remember that next time you do the exercises where you have to translate or reformulate sentences. And now that you know everything, remember to check lingoni.com and do all the exercises related to punctuation. Please remember that if the topic is punctuation and you get a sentence wrong, don't ask like, oh, but I don't understand, the translation is perfect, why is this sentence wrong? Check it. Probably you forgot a space between the question mark and the word, or after a comma or something like that. And if we're doing a lesson on punctuation, well, this matters. But I'm sure you won't make any mistake. Thank you very much for your attention. I see you very soon for a new lesson. À bientôt. Au revoir.